The following podcast may be explicit. Shedcast presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. There's just enough room at the gaming table in the shed for you to join us for part 3 of our Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the world of Alamand. Listen in as Havok and Aleyna confront the stranger at the hovel. Enjoy the podcast.
Hi, and welcome back to The Shed for Adventures from the Shed. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com, Facebook, iTunes, Twitter, Google+, all over the place.
Use Bing to find us.
You can use Bing to find us. There are people who actually know what that means. We are going to go around the table and say hi, and we're going to start over here with...
Hi, everyone. This is Mickie. I will be playing the Warlock Tiefling.
JJ here, playing the human paladin mercenary of the almighty dollar.
Calamity.
Yes,
and this is Kurt. I am playing the monk Trook.
Hello, everybody. This is Kevin. I'm a guest. I'm actually playing half-elf bard.
You're a special guest. You are an esteemed
special guest.
He rode here on the short
did hear
bus.
that, right?
Special, what was it? Special red shirt guest? Red shirt Kevin.
Red shirt.
Yes. And hi, I'm Britanny. I'm playing the human fighter, Aleyna.
And I am Joe. I am the Dungeon Master for this Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition campaign that we have started in our world of Alamand. To catch us up on our last session, Kurt is going to give us a recap. Go ahead, Kurt.
Right, so last session found us in the heat of combat. The party was battling initially 2 giant spiders in the basement of Timmy's Tin's bakery shack. As they engaged in combat, they realized that there were, in fact, 5 giant spiders. A daunting task.
Oh my gosh, 5!
Daunting task for these young adventurers. We had Nessie, the tiefling. We had Calamity, the aggressive beast that he is. Trook, the fast and
badass
monk. And Aleyna, the former paladin, now light fighter. And then this strange, flamboyant man that we met in the tavern, Havok, who appeared to be a coward at first, but joined in the fight and helped us wreak havoc on the 5 giant spiders.
Havok.
Very nice.
Having defeated them after a difficult battle in which several members were injured seriously, we left young Philip to clean up the mess, followed Havok to the source of his information because we realized that he knew that one of the crates that he had delivered had been the crate that held a vase that held the spider eggs that hatched into the giant spiders. So we persuaded him to take us to the person who had hired him to make the delivery. After some strategic planning, Havok and Aleyna went in by themselves with Calamity lagging behind, and then Nessie and Trook in sort of a half-mile rear guard. And the episode ended with Aleyna and Havok meeting up with a strange, quiet, hooded, intimidating figure who basically inquired why they were there and why Havok had returned. The episode ended on a tense note as the party, or at least Aleyna and Havok, stood off with this mysterious robed figure to determine why they were there.
So as some time passes during this conversation, Calamity arrives shortly afterwards, and then a few minutes later, both Trook and Nesselus see the scene ahead of them, and between Aleyna and Havok, you are facing, and Calamity, not even 10, 20 feet behind, are facing this hooded figure who tells you, "It is time for you to leave now, Bard."
No.
Or face the consequences.
You've injured, several people have been injured for your foolish actions. You should pay for that, you fool.
Very well. Let's roll initiative. Let's do that. Uh-oh.
28.
Do I sense a 20 on the die?
No.
Oh.
Are Nessie and Trook in on this or no?
Everyone will roll initiative because they will be approaching shortly thereafter.
DM, you do.
What I'm going to do is between Nesselus and Trook, you will arrive in round 2 of combat.
Aleyna rolled a 19 on the die, and Havok rolled a 20.
Nice.
That's 20 plus.
That'd be
Do I get
22,
this?
actually. No,
Do I get
25. I'm sorry.
What?
Why are you not rolling a d4?
So my
Because
dex
I don't
Wait.
have
22 plus
dexterity.
Wait, you're supposed to add dex and initiative?
this. Yeah.
Well,
Dex-
initiative is already has your dex in it. Should have.
Yes. No. Not dex and initiative.
Oh.
Your dexterity is your dex. Your dexterity
Okay.
modifier is your initiative. Plus, if you're proficient in dexterity,
But you're
plus
not.
your dice.
Okay.
But you're not.
I'm doing what I'm doing right.
You are doing
Wait.
what you
Okay.
are doing correctly.
No,
Yes.
Wait. Let me see it.
Wait, I want to make sure I'm doing this right. So I
Okay.
have.
You are proficient in dexterity.
What?
That's one of the ones
but
you
it
chose.
doesn't have a thing.
Well, we chose it at the beginning of this day.
Basically, if you see the black dots beside it
Yep.
in the skills, you're proficient in all those skills.
So now
So
you
that
do
means
add a
Should
D4.
only have 2 though.
Exactly.
Right.
So you now do add a
Confused.
D4 to
But
it.
basically, what I do is I
Oh.
use the alternative sheets for these guys.
Yep.
That way, it separates all the skills out by their modifier. So all the ones that are beside dexterity,
Yeah, this
you're
is
proficient in.
So
So you're proficient in dexterity. So you get to add
Roll
a D4.
this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything you're proficient in, you roll a D4.
And let me
So
take
J-
a moment to note
29.
to those listening in that we are using some of the expanded rules from the Dungeon Master Guide of the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We are using ability checks instead of skill checks. We are also using hero points and heroic healing and healing surges. So we are using things that are going to allow our characters to excel in the world that they find themselves in. And that's part of the discussion that we're having here.
And the crazy thing is, Aleyna's actually got the feat alert, so she has to add their other 5 to her initiatives.
That's very nice.
that's already included.
Which is
in-
already included.
That's
Okay.
why it's a 9.
Yeah.
How'd you get that crazy feat? Are you human? that
I'm
took
at
the
a
feats?
16.
Yes.
Yes.
I have no idea how I
Yes.
got any
The
of my
last
feet.
one.
Instead of the
Need
plus
us.
1 to all.
Turkey.
Truk the Handsome is a
Okay.
21.
True handsome?
No, wait, that's wrong. This was a 3. 21's fine.
Are you sure?
It was
Well,
really
you
a
know
20
what?
Now,
Put me down for 22.
It was
guys.
really a 22.
So it's 22.
Yeah, it's 22, really.
Now put me down for 23. I'm kidding. I'm waiting to get you guys finished. I have a couple numbers I'm going to give you when you're ready.
Hit me.
17.
You have to ask
And
a
that's
lot
the
nicer
stranger.
than that.
911 is a
The
joke.
mysterious stranger is 17. And I also have a number of a 12 plus 2 is 14. 14 for the other.
For Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Bringing in
Fantastic.
Cthulhu.
We're fighting
Well,
Cthulhu?
actually, Cthulhu's master.
Oh, okay.
Level 1 against Cthulhu is not good.
I don't see why. What's your point?
Oh, I worship the old ones. Plus 5 to hit.
Good. You win. Or maybe not, I guess.
No, we don't have a come correct.
All right. So, blah, blah, blah. With initiative here, remember, Truk and Nessalus will be showing up in round 2. Meaning they will be in range to start doing something as round 2 approaches. They will see things while round 1 is happening. So you will not be blind to what's going on at that point. Who will be up first in the initiative order?
Aleyna.
I see Aleyna's up first.
Very first.
So Aleyna, this figure draws, let's see, hold on just a second. Draws a longsword out of its cloak as we begin initiative. And from the hovel, you hear the shambling of bones as several skeletons start making their way out of the main door.
Yeah,
Aw.
nice.
Okay. Is he still sitting?
There's no sitting. Everyone's standing.
He wasn't sitting when we...
Nah.
Oh.
My initial approach was you guys all being outside of the hovel.
Yes.
Okay.
It came to meet you outside. This figure came to meet you outside.
And we have not had a long rest. So
It's
no,
been
I
a
need
half a
to-
day march. Everybody
Yeah.
is fully healed.
everybody's
Okay.
fully healed.
And
That's what
long
noted.
rest
Yes.
has happened, so
Make sure we
everything
got
you get
that.
back
I meant
after a long rest.
to
Yes.
ask that.
Excellent.
Everyone
before.
should be fresh entering this battle.
So bardic
fresh.
inspiration.
That's a lot of bardic inspiration, baby.
That show is 4, if I remember right.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
All right.
So right in front of you is the hooded figure that has just drawn a longsword, and behind it, about 15, 20 feet or so, are skeletons starting to shamble
Can
their way out
I know
of
you
the
said I
hovel.
could hear them, but I can also see them.
Yes, you can.
Let me go before you, and I can give you inspiration on your play.
Huh.
You can just hold.
That's meta.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hold your
Yeah.
action.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get the best initiative I've ever seen in my life, and then I'm gonna hold.
Yeah, it happens. Trust me.
I'm gonna draw my rapier first,
That
and
in
then I'm gonna hold.
itself is not necessarily a bad thing. Getting the best initiative allows you to go whenever the heck you want.
That's right.
That's not
That's
bad.
true.
That's
Whether it be
that's-
first or last,
That's correct.
you get to pick.
Both.
Who is up after Aleyna, who I just pacified with
Of
bullshit?
course, it is Havok. So
Havoc!
Havok,
Cry, Havoc.
grab. Basically, he will, of course, inspire Aleyna. Smash it to pieces. Of course,
Very
that's it.
inspirational.
That's just inspirational
Smash
moment.
it
There's your
into
D6 or whatever,
pieces.
and then he is going to vicious mockery this thing
Really?
again. Yeah, and insult it, talking about it. Basically, I hope you die in your spiders and choke to death or something.
I
That's
hope
such
you
an effect.
die.
You know.
Fire!
So I rolled my D4, got
I almost forgot
DC
about that
14.
one. 14. That's wisdom, right?
Yes, yeah.
I have a
wisdom.
17. That's
Oh,
a save.
he's good.
Dang.
All
17.
right.
All right.
Salute.
Oh, this one actually has a wisdom modifier of +1, and I rolled a
Das
16.
ist nicht so
Okay.
gut.
And he will seek to scurry away, kind of
No,
like so.
we
Not
went.
scurry completely away, but just move
No, we
back.
So you
some.
step
Since
back.
we don't have a.
You will shield yourself with Aleyna.
There you go.
I like that.
There you go. She's bigger than him, so
Pretty much.
'Cause she's a brick house.
shades
Yes.
out break.
And now it's Elena's turn.
House.
I'm gonna try to hit him in the face.
In the face.
Stab him in the face. with the
I can't
rapier.
see his face,
Go
but
right
I'm gonna
ahead.
try to hit it.
You're
in
gonna
his face.
swing at
Non-gendered
the
creature, I think
dark-hooded
we should be
figure.
sensitive and call it him or her or they.
Yeah, that'd be
They.
nice.
Is that the politically correct term? Or
I
is
don't
it
like it because of grammatical issues, but yes.
25 to
They.
hit.
Oh, 25? Are you kidding?
25.
18 plus 3 plus
That's
4
gonna hit.
is
Just
25.
missed.
Like I said,
Aw,
yeah.
that's so sad.
So you hit. Go ahead, give me your damage. Let's see.
10 piercing.
10 damage, 10 piercing
Take
damage,
it.
yes?
This is
Okay.
against
Hope
the
you
hooded
like a
gang.
Labray.
So it almost feels like there's very little resistance as your rapier pierces through the robes, and you're sure that you're not doing the full
The
amount
full
of
He's
amount
damage.
of
resistant to
damage.
piercing
Could be.
damage. Wonderful.
Yes. Which means you take
Which
half damage.
means- It could mean that.
Could mean.
Could
that you
definitely mean
Resistance means you take half damage. That's what I
Yeah.
mean to say.
Yeah, as a game mechanic,
Mechanic.
yes.
Resistance means you take half damage.
And who's up after Aleyna then?
Truk.
Truk. So Truk is probably still approaching in round 1.
That's right.
Who's
Right.
up after Truk?
Mysterious
Man, I thought
stranger.
Chuk was a track athlete. What's going on? Get up there.
Well,
At level 2, I get an extra 10
Although
feet
Kurt
of speed
made it.
per round, but I
Yes.
don't have it yet.
all
Yeah,
right.
maybe
So
40 feet per round.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
So
That's
the-
pretty fast for a white boy.
the stranger flicks the longsword
Really?
very quickly at Aleyna, and I roll a 10 plus 4, 14 to hit.
Nope.
No, and it swings again, but this time mainly points the longsword at you, and you hear some incantation from under the hoods,
Uh-oh.
and a 17 hit.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Brace
take
yourself.
a 5 points of damage,
Take 5 points of damage.
and you have to make a Constitution saving throw. Please do so at this time.
What happened to her?
She has gotten a longsword pointed at her with some incantation happening, and she's feeling weak right now as we await the results of this saving
You
throw.
roll a d4 because you're proficient. Or
What do we got
And you
for
can,
a number?
you can use a D6. You can use his.
now you can use the bardic inspiration as well,
If you want to.
Let's,
which I would
keep
probably
going.
do. I would probably do.
Tell
so.
me what number you end up with.
14.
14. Okay. So the weakness leaves you quickly as you resist its
Bardic.
aura.
Good use of the bardic
Inspiration.
inspiration.
Fantastic.
Good use of bardic inspiration.
Would it have affected me on a 10?
Oh, it very well might have. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
There's very little cool stuff that has a DC less than 10.
Yeah. All right. So the stranger is done with its turn.
Calamity.
I would like
Calamity.
to.
You are there. You are
I'm
able to
there.
act. You'll have to charge in. You'll have to use your movement to get there.
I will use my
you can't.
movement to run up and smite a fool. I would actually like to
Are
use.
you going to hit Havoc?
Do it.
I would like
That's
to use my
mean.
divine sense though as I approach.
Okay, and what does that do?
It allows me to know the location of all undead within 60 feet of me.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Oh, all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Including the hooded figure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That answer, of course, is for Calamity alone. But yes.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, I also know that if any ground has been consecrated or desecrated.
The hovel itself is definitely desecrated ground.
Okay.
So there you go.
As I run up,
So you are essentially charging your way into evil and death.
Yep.
Yes.
Sounds
As
like
a paladin. Sounds wonderful. Other
Hopefully there's money in there too.
Exactly.
Right.
The beauty of this party is that the monk really doesn't give a toot about money, so he can
Yeah.
give it all to the paladin.
And that wouldn't suck for the paladin, I'm sure.
I will attempt to power attack this
Okay.
gentleman,
gentleman.
this hooded figure.
I'll say
great.
so.
I say.
All right. Well, this is kind of nice. I have a 26 minus 5 gives me a 21.
Oh,
That
my
will
goodness.
hit. 21 will hit.
Wow.
Power attack.
21,
What do
I
they call
believe,
this
will
in
hit
D&D,
Tiamat.
JJ?
Huh?
What do they call this in D&D?
It's called Great Weapon Master.
Great weapon master.
And
Crush
And
it.
give me
Reroll
a damage number.
6 and
Okay.
3. 9 plus 4 is 13. 23.
And is that slashing damage?
It is slashing.
Okay. Same kind of thing. It's like there's some weirdness as you're slashing through. There's not as much resistance as you would expect against your blade. So you're sure you didn't do as much damage. You find some purchase in there, but it's like even the spiders were thicker than this thing.
Okay.
Other.
Who's up after?
Other.
Other. That's a skeletons now. Now that we know who they are, that is skeletons.
Shamble, shamble,
Yeah.
shamble,
Yeah,
shamble,
they're
shamble.
shambling toward us, eh?
So the skeletons
Hi,
are
Mike.
going to come out, and let's see. Let me finish writing
Are they
this
coming out of the
number
closet?
down. All right. The skeletons are going to come out, and in total, it looks like there's about 6 that have emerged from the hovel. And we are going to take them 2 at a time. The first 2 are going to go after Havok. And they charge
They don't like
in.
what I'm wearing?
They don't like what you're wearing.
come on.
Apparently,
Well,
because
she did
'cause
say
I
they just
rolled
came out of the
to hit you.
closet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Straight out of there. And they are wielding a short sword. The first one rolls a natural 20. That will be a critical hit.
Oh, man.
So that is a 3 and a 2 plus 2. So that's 7 damage for the first. The second has
goodness.
a 7 to hit. I believe a 7 is going to miss.
That's going to miss.
All right, 2 more are going after Havok as well.
Wow.
Yes, why not?
So a 6 will miss, and another natural 20.
That barely makes it, I guess.
Barely, just barely. And the damage is 6 points of damage.
Oh.
What are they attacking with?
Down
Short
goes
sword.
Havoc.
You're down?
They had to walk
Yes.
by me to get to
Already?
it.
Where are you at?
Already.
He's right behind you,
Yeah, but
but
level
in
1,
game
man, 2
mechanics, they
hits,
can
you're
run
red
up
shirt.
to you and swing behind
Are
you.
you
to hit
negative or
him.
are you 0?
He's negative.
So no attack of opportunity.
Dude.
Not at this point.
Negative.
There's 2 left.
He took 2 crits.
So what does it sound
at
like?
First level.
What does it sound like as you were falling? I would have thought it might have been like,
Something like mama. Yeah, something like mama.
Are you married?
Not my favorite book.
All right, the last 2 are headed towards him as he has fallen. They change their vector towards Aleyna. I have a 15 to hit
No.
and a 15 to hit.
Still
2
no.
11s in a row. All right. All right, so those last 2 skeletons will miss, but now all of them, all of the 6, after having knocked Havok to the ground, turn and face Aleyna, and that is the end of their turn. Who's up next?
Nessalus. So Nessalus is going to use her Awaken Mind
Ooh, what does that do?
So starting with first level, my alien knowledge allows me the ability to touch the minds of other creatures.
Huh.
I can communicate telepathically with any creature I see within 30 feet of me. I don't need to share a language with that creature for it to understand my telepathic utterances,
Okay.
but the creature must be able to understand at least one language.
Are we still in the first round?
We are.
We are.
The only person close enough is Truk. Are you going to tell him how much you like him?
I love you so much. I
your
think your
mind.
hair looks lovely when
in
it
the
flows
second
in the
round, you'll be close enough to everyone else.
Okay. So, never mind that.
All right.
That's all I can do.
Okay.
That's like
Right?
a big tease there.
Well, let's go.
I thought we were closer.
At the start of the second round, both of you will be able to join in the fracas.
So I practice my telepathic abilities to tell Truk that I think he's so handsome in the sunlight.
in the sunlight. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Goodness.
Oh.
The way the sun glistens off of your
the way
jet
it
black hair.
glistens off his jet black hair and
Nice.
his muscles ripple as he walks.
It's not at all awkward that her husband's sitting right next to me.
Not at all, no.
And he's very big and manly.
Who's up after
Aleyna.
Nessilis? I think she switched places with
All
Havok.
right, well, you're going to have
Was that
to...
permanent or
Havok
was that
is-
just once?
It would have
Oh.
been
I
it
still
would
have to roll
stick
a
for
death,
now.
death saving throw, though.
Yeah.
Go for it. So Havok's up first.
No, that's
Oh,
a
not
failure.
so good.
If you have any hero points left, you can have an automatic
do it.
success by using one.
I'm going to use it.
All right.
Yeah, you
So Havok will use a hero point. And then I think Aleyna would be up immediately thereafter. Aleyna, you have the stranger and 6 skeletons around
Stranger danger.
hit the stranger because it might affect the skeletons.
you. It might do.
That would be my
who knows
thought.
I won't say anything since I'm dead.
or heal the.
And part of me firmly believes you deserve
what.
that.
The only thing you are allowed to say is, "I'm not quite dead."
Yeah.
It's a flesh wound, really.
Yes.
Mushroom.
Aleyna, what's up?
This is the part where it gets difficult for me.
Why am I
Because
guessing
as
blood?
being someone who used to be a paladin, I want to be able to do really cool stuff against the undead,
Yes.
but I can't.
Not anymore.
You can still hit him really hard.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean that still happens.
Do it.
I'm still going to aim for the big guy.
Okay. So the stranger.
Do any of us have healing other than you have lay on hands?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So even though you were a paladin, Aleyna, you have at this point no healing, no
nothing at
smite.
this time.
Nothing at
That's
this
correct.
time. 13.
A 13 will not hit.
Dope.
The whiff.
My turn.
Truk, you are now
Unless
able to
Aleyna can do
charge
something
into
else.
battle.
Right. So I'm moving 30
Yeah.
feet to be
Well,
close
you
enough to hit.
will now. You are able to reach a target.
Okay. So I'm
Your
going
choice.
to attack with my bow staff, which would be bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
on the hooded figure,
Yep.
which is going to be a D20 plus D4 to hit.
Okay.
Yes.
18 plus Dex, 22.
That will hit.
Excellent. And the
What you
bow
got for
staff
damage?
does 1d6 plus 4.
All right.
Come on, baby. A 1 plus 4 for 5.
5. All
But it's
right.
bludgeoning damage. And I
Okay.
get an unarmed attack because that was an attack with a monk weapon.
Very
Okay.
nice.
You almost find yourself off balance as your staff doesn't really connect the way you expected it to. As you follow up with.
All right, so neither bludgeoning, slashing, nor piercing damage seems to be helping. So we need some magical damage, arguably.
I'll be there in a second.
He thinks as he spins into a
As he
reverse
spins,
back
but
kick.
all he can do is what he can do, which is an unarmed strike. So he's going to do a Ushirigari back roundhouse kick to the face of the hooded creature, which is going to be a D20 plus this plus 4.
Did he say he was going to kick Gary?
16, 20
Okay. 20 will hit.
will hit.
Yes.
And that will do a 1d4 plus 4. 7 damage.
7 damage. All right.
That's a kick, whatever that is. Probably bludgeoning.
Yes. It's almost like you're kicking a sponge. It's like soaking up the attack that you're inflicting upon it. Who's up after the Troopmeister?
Mysterious stranger.
I have no bonus action left to yell, but
Hey,
parlay.
talking is
Can
a
I
free
parlay?
action.
I mean,
Talking is a
at this
free
point,
action.
it's magic only, right?
Is
Or
it?
magic or
We don't know.
or something. It's
Okay, after just being pummeled by the monk, it will take a swing back at the monk with a long sword with a 17 to hit.
my AC is 17.
17 will hit then. And we will do it's a D8. I have a D8 here, that one. 3 plus 2 is 5 damage. And
Five?
and then it points that long sword at you, and some chanting comes out from under that deep hood, and an 18 plus 4, 22 to hit. Will hit.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a Constitution saving throw to make, please.
D20 plus con.
Yes. And tell me what number you come up with.
All right, so I have my con modifier.
Yes. Go for it.
17 plus 3 is 20.
All right. So you have a weak feeling for a moment, and you're able to resist it.
Okay.
And that's that. So there's
no
a
damage on
cold weakening that you're able to just power your way through.
Okay.
Who's up after the stranger?
Calamity.
I will describe the battlefield for me real quick.
So at this time, you have both Truk and Aleyna and yourself up near the stranger, and 6 skeletons right around the same area. Pretty much 4 of them are standing over the still body of Havok.
They're still okay.
But everything is within about 10 feet or so. It's kind of a mess circle of stuff.
All right.
All about 15 feet from the hovel itself.
All right. So I will charge into the skeletons
Okay?
and lay on hands to heal him for 2 hit points.
Okay.
So Havok is healed for 2 hit points.
All right. So I think it's 1 hit point to bring you back to 0, and then 1 up or something.
Well, no, you start at 0 and you have 2.
As soon as you are healed, yeah, you go from 0 up.
As soon
so
as,
you will
as soon
get
as
2.
magical
Hit points,
healing, so you have 2.
So you're at
I
2.
do have 2. 2 is good.
And
Might I recommend staying down?
Fake it, man.
Yeah. I might just do that.
Undead believe that all the time.
Yeah.
Or not.
That is my action. That is my movement action.
Okay.
Skeletons.
Skeletons. Hey, guess what? There's a new target.
Oh, yay.
We'll start with figuring out who they're going after. Aleyna first. Hey, I rolled a 1. That's my
Yay.
first one. And
Keep 'em coming.
9 plus 4 is 13. 13 does not hit. The second group of 2 skeletons is going after Aleyna as
Is
well.
it a move action to stand up?
10 does
It
not
takes
hit.
up 15 feet of movement.
Does a 16 hit?
Oh, just 15?
If my armor class
Cool.
is a 16.
Then that hits.
Okay.
All right. So then you will take from this short sword attack. You will take 4 plus 2 is 6 points of damage. And then the last group of 2 is headed after Calamity.
All right.
I have a 1 again, followed by a 2. Okay. So skeletons are done.
Nessalus.
I've rolled 2 crits. Go ahead, Nessalus.
So
got?
now she will use her awakened mind to
You sure
communicate with
will.
the dude in the hood
Yep.
and tell him, what are you doing here? Leave this place. In a very intimidating manner.
Okay. What would we call that?
Leave us alone.
Intimidation.
That sounds like intimidation to me.
Yeah, but with that, I guess that would be
Charisma.
intelligence.
It's under
Charisma.
charisma.
Charisma? Charisma sounds okay to me. Go ahead. And I will do a wisdom saving throw
You're
against
proficient
it.
in it.
Do I add this? Oh, I add that.
Give me a number 14 or
16.
higher. All right. So, what I will say from that is you have shaken the stranger slightly, and I will give it disadvantage on its next roll. It is by no means ready to run. However, you have shaken it slightly.
Can I now use my Eldritch Blast?
Was that first thing a bonus action or
I don't know.
something?
It's
It
in
wasn't
this
an
little
action.
box.
She just talks. It
Okay, then there you go.
So I'm going to Eldritch Blast it now.
Go for it. What you get?
13 plus
What you
4,
got?
17.
17 will hit.
Woohoo!
Woo to the who.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
Force damage.
And it is force damage.
That hits it. The robes kind of get flung back a bit as the magic hits it, and you see kind of a ghastly white face and white hair flowing down in front of it before the robes kind of pull themselves back forward again.
But it's still up.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to still threatening.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Is
Who's
Nessie
up
the only
after
one of us who has
Essenes?
magic?
Havoc.
Having
Havoc's
magic.
on the ground, he says, "I'll do what I must." And he kind of stands up. Let's do what I can, I mean. He stands up and then starts to run off and then casts his sleep.
If you are
Possible.
trying to run away from the skeletons, they're going to try and hit you. If you just use an action to disengage from them, you can get away from them, but you won't be able to do anything else.
Okay.
Otherwise, you stand in the middle of them and cast that.
He will take his brave action to cast and cast against the robe figure.
Okay.
And the anything that he can get. Since we don't have the battle map set up, Joe, I think you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Trying to get and maximize as much as I can.
Asleep.
So sleep spell.
Okay.
And that's a pretty good roll.
That's fantastic.
What does it do?
24, 20.
You have sleep?
Yes, he has
30.
the thief spell. 30.
Oh, cool.
So 30 hit points, starting with that creature
Okay.
on out.
Now,
it
I
absorbs
probably need
current
to hear what sleep does. Is it 30 hit point total?
No, it is their current hit points.
Current hit points.
Yeah, so
okay.
effectively the way sleep works is you want to weaken the target,
Yep.
and then based on its current state of hit points, that's what the hit points roll off of.
Okay.
So that's effectively how it works. So it's not as effective to try to sleep something that's at full hit points.
So you are able to do 30 total,
30 total,
starting with the stranger.
starting with the stranger from
Okay.
out.
All right. So let's see if I need to do a little bit of mathing here. So talk amongst
All
yourselves.
right, so while we talk, curiosity,
Let's see if I
you
can
have
handbook.
dissonant whispers. What is that?
I'm trying to figure out what that does.
It's 3d8 psychic damage.
3d8 or 3d6 psychic damage or something like that.
You just knew that off
That
the top
sounds
of your
pretty
head?
good.
Yeah, it was only. Yeah, he knows all kind of
Oh.
stuff like that on top of his head.
JJ is good fun.
Yes.
And
Yes,
tell
yes.
me, Kevin, what does sleep do to them if they are affected by it?
Okay. Creatures within 20 feet of the point in which I start with
Yeah.
are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. So starting
Okay.
with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake.
So it takes effect on the one with the lowest hit points first?
Yep.
Lowest
and
current
then
hit
goes
points?
off based on from that center position.
Knocks him unconscious.
All right.
So knocks them
So
unconscious.
But the last line of sleep says that undead and constructs are unaffected.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, no.
that's true. See, now I'm reading them, and they didn't have an immunity in it, so I thought it was going to happen, but it says on
Yeah.
the spell that undead are not affected.
it says straight on the spell.
Do you want to
Forgive
change
me.
what you're doing?
Yeah, I did. I
before
did
you
not
cast
see
it?
that. I didn't
Okay.
have the spell up before I started casting, so that's what's,
Yeah. So, I mean, on their stat blocks, they do not have immunity to sleep. I guess it's just a natural undead thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought was weird.
Yeah.
I think that's why I thought that, because I remember seeing previously that there wasn't on there.
Yeah.
And so it's clearly right in the spell, which is weird because usually would put that in
Go figure.
their description.
Yep.
Anywho, having said that, I'm going to do Blade Ward on myself, I guess, and then try to get out of dodge.
Okay.
There you go.
What does Blade Ward do?
Basically, JJ, you got the book there.
It's resistance to damage for
Okay.
one turn. Resistance to non-magical damage for one
All
turn.
right. So you're going to cast that on yourself and then try to move away?
Yes, move
All
away
right.
at full speed. That's
they
all I
are-
can do. since
You're
they're all
going to
undead.
provoke a bunch of attacks in doing
dead.
so.
I think they're going to hit me anyway.
let's find out.
Do they realize that? Does it appear that they realize that I'm awake or no?
Well, if you're going to move, yes.
No. Without moving. I'm basically asking.
Well,
without moving.
The paladin, Calamity, went in and healed you. That was obvious.
That was obvious.
Right. I
Okay.
mean, there's no faking that. There's
Okay.
an exchange of magical and health energies, right?
Right.
And then you probably did, thinking of it from a cinematic point, you probably had some gasp of breath as you return to the living, so to speak.
Gotcha.
All of that would have been happening.
That's fair.
And then you would have to stand up to run away.
That's fair.
So he did like a Jack Harkness.
So I will use the Blade Ward and not give them free attacks. And that's basically it. So I will do Blade Ward, but I won't give them free attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me do a few rolls here. I roll a 3. I roll a 15. A 15 plus 4 is 19.
No, I say, and not give them any free attacks.
Oh, all right. So you're not going to move. You're just
No,
going to
I'm not
cast
moving.
it. All right.
Yeah,
My
just cast
mistake
it.
then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Nope.
All right. Who's up after Havok then?
Aleyna.
Aleyna, you are amongst the entire meso stuff.
Can someone explain to me how a grapple would work?
A grapple.
You initiate a grab, so it's opposed strength checks.
Do you want to do that?
Do
you want
it.
to
Just
grab
do
this
what
thing?
you want
Yeah.
to do.
She wanted to eat that whole cracker cheese
No, not
pepperoni
on your
thing.
turn. Not on your turn.
Yeah, you have to wait.
That just occurred to me.
outside of your turn. Yeah.
But if you want to grapple, do it.
I'm
By the way, can I
Okay.
ask you a question?
what?
It's a little metagaming, but are you Brienne of Tarth? Is that how you're envisioning your character?
Brienne. Oh, yeah.
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
no, Kevin has a shirt. Brittany has not seen.
Well,
it.
the way you describe
I
your
haven't
character, she
either.
reminds me very much of a character in Game of Thrones. I didn't. know
I
that.
will look up that
Well,
character.
that's all right. If you didn't have her in mind, that's cool.
Mickey's going to look it up right now.
I'm going to
Okay.
look it up right
You
this
do that.
second.
Hello,
No, this
smartphone.
character I've been playing. The first time I played
Gosh, it's
this
been at
character
least 5 years that I
was-
know of.
No, it was after I moved here.
Yeah,
So
I say 5. I'm
3
probably
years.
thinking less. Yeah,
yeah, 3 years ago.
my brain.
Brienne is
not
this
work
kind of
good.
like really tough woman
Okay.
fighter. So, anyways,
All right.
she's
So
broad of shoulder.
strength check.
of shoulders of broads.
Shoulders of broads.
I like.
So you
broads.
roll yours. I've already rolled mine,
Okay.
and I have a higher number than that. Do you want to keep going? I'm
You have
sorry.
heroic
I just
die.
noticed you have an 8 and a 3 on those 2 dice. That's
Yeah.
11 plus what's your
Heroic
strength
dice.
bonus?
2.
Heroic
That's
dice.
13. It's not high enough yet.
Keep
Heroic
going.
dice.
What is that? Give
It's
me
a
a
1.
total.
So 14.
I have a 16.
Heroic dice. Keep going.
So
Do I have this right now? Have I used this yet?
You have not.
No, he have not.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you using a heroic
I'll
die?
allow it.
I used a heroic
Bardic
dice,
inspiration.
and now I'm using
So
bardic
you have
inspiration.
to get 16.
Yes.
Okay.
Booyah.
So
Wait.
Aleyna has grabbed.
Wait, did she use it against with the saving throw? Or no?
No, an
Or was
attack.
that a previous time?
It was an attack.
too late to take it back. She just succeeded.
Okay. No, I'm saying, did we make a mistake by
No.
saying?
No.
Okay.
There are no mistakes in podcasts.
There's no mistake. Oh, okay.
These are not the dice
It's
you're
okay.
looking for.
So much for
All
honesty.
right. So, Aleyna, how do you grab on to the mysterious stranger? What is it you're grabbing and how?
All right. So in my head, what I'm picturing is she grabs for like the throat of the robe and
Okay.
like wraps
I'll take it.
herself like with her arm around his throat.
Kind of like a chokehold type of thing?
Right, but grabbing onto the robe because she didn't quite see what was underneath.
Okay. All right. So you successfully grab it.
Full Nelson style.
Would you consider that an action?
Oh, that's
or-
definitely your action.
That
That's your
was-
attack.
okay.
You have grabbed it. Now that it is grabbed, JJ, I'll need to know the grabbed condition.
All right.
When
basically-
it's its turn.
okay.
Who's up after Aleyna? So you've grabbed it. You can insult it all you like, but
Okay.
that's about the end. I mean, you have movement, but that's about it. I think
Okay.
Truk.
Truk, who has not been well,
Who does not have his microphone in the correct place?
he knows that
Thank you, JJ.
he knows that neither slashing nor piercing nor bludgeoning damage seems to be hurting this thing, but that's
Well, it's affecting it,
it's what he
but
can do.
not at full effect. if you will.
So he is going to attack with his short sword this time because he's been using his bow staff, quickly spinning around his head. But this time he's just going to go for a quick, short, efficient slashing strike with his short sword. That was me drawing it from my hip in a whip-like motion with his short sword.
Gotcha.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. I do got it.
I missed.
What did you get? Unless you got a natural 1, there's no guaranteed miss.
I got a total of 9.
That is a miss. It just wasn't guaranteed. Okay.
It missed.
But I did a bonus action.
Okay, you get a bonus action to miss again. Go for it.
So I'm going to go unarmed.
Okay, so you're attacking him armless.
Yeah, so now I'm going with what's called an hurricane, which is a back fist strike to the face.
It's a shuriken that isn't so quiet. It's a little louder. It's an hurricane. You take out the shh.
It's definitely different.
Yeah.
Of course, they just couldn't call it a back fist.
It's not quite as loud as a hurricane.
This time I got a 22 total.
A 22 is slightly over what you needed to hit.
All right, and because it is an unarmed strike, it is only a 1d4 plus 4.
So you do
5 total.
5 total damage.
So he does extra damage
we have
because
that.
he hit so well.
That is done. So again, your strike, it feels like you're hitting something almost insubstantial that Aleyna's holding on to, by the way. You're beating onto a thing that she has in a chokehold.
Yes.
To the face.
And
But it makes no noticeable
The face. Oh, it hurts. I mean, you know you've hit. But like I say, it's like you're hitting something that isn't as solid as it ought to be.
And you hear, Truck, you're my hero.
In his head?
In his head.
I've really got to work on channeling my
In
ki.
your head.
Boy, I wish I were level 2.
Who's up after True?
Serious stranger.
Oh, all right. Do I need to break this grapple? I do not believe I need to do it for this move. Aleyna, you hear that chanting again. A 20 to hit. I believe that hits, yes.
Yeah.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw. And what do you get? For
20.
your number 12. Oh, hey, well, you resist it once again. And the stranger, as you have grappled it around the neck, tries to swing wildly with its longsword behind its head to try to hit you. Oh, hey, an 18 on the die is probably going to hit. When a being is grappled, do they have any disadvantage to attack or anything
That's
like
what
that?
I'm looking up right now.
All right, we're going to take a
back of the book, JD.
take a moment to check on that
What, you
before
haven't
I confirm
memorized this yet,
one
James?
way or another.
One thing he hasn't.
He's like a flipping rules lawyer.
So, Mr. JJ is looking up.
Wait, are you saying the stranger is grappled?
The
The
stranger's
stranger.
grappled.
Aleyna currently has the stranger in a neck arm bar. Not an arm bar.
It has to have disadvantage.
Gosh.
A neck grab thing.
Yeah. What the heck do you call that when you put
Full
your
Nelson,
arm around
half
someone's
Nelson,
neck?
half Nelson,
Chokehold, half Nelson.
choke Nelson.
Yeah, headlock. It's a headlock.
Headlock.
Good God.
It's got to be
Yeah.
disadvantage.
I grabbed him by
for-
the robe.
No, for grapple,
And-
it's only the speed becomes 0. That's it.
Okay. So then he can't get away. Is
But he
really
can't
what it comes
breathe.
down to.
But he can't possibly attack as well as normal.
In the rules, yes, he can. So the
What about
longsword
attacking unseen?
swinging around. Well, he can. Well, I guess you could say he can't see you, but
He knows you're there.
he knows exactly where you are. Even if his eyes were closed, there's no guessing at where you are. Anyway, I've got an 18 on the die plus 4 to hit. That's 22. That will hit, and the damage is 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 damage.
I'm down.
Okay. So at that point, the grapple would probably be released.
Valkyrie is down.
You think?
Yeah, probably. Did you say Valkyrie?
Yes.
The Valkyrie is down.
Not wearing my Valkyrie shirt today.
All right, so that is the end of the Well, actually, as Aleyna falls to the ground, the mysterious stranger kicks her as she falls to the ground, and says, "Hold on, I've got this here." So, and says, "The hooded scaled one will not stand for this insolence. You must all die."
Interesting.
Who's up after the stranger?
Calamity.
We're working on it.
Calamity.
I will no, I can't disengage. I will attack some of the.
I will disintact.
I will disincentivize the attack. Attacking the skeletons that are, I assume, still surrounding me.
Oh, yeah. They're all still right
So
there.
I will go at their number 1.
Okay. Let's give them what for?
And then a 2-6.
I don't know how to
I'm going
math.
to give him a what for?
11.
11 does not hit.
Yeah.
0 point.
Oh, snap. Who's up after Calamity?
0 point, JJ.
Yeah, I'm going to use a hero point.
Hero point.
I will allow it. I think we're going to break the rule on
16.
that one. 16 will hit.
All right.
Give
That
me
is-
a total damage number.
10 damage.
10 damage. You break several of the bones, sending them flying. It is able to stay up on one leg
my
and
goodness.
continue swinging its short sword and singing. This skeleton sings.
Man, only one is allowed to sing.
Can you
here.
sing for it?
It's really kind of not what you would expect out of skeletons. It's actually singing "Row, row, row your boat," and the others join in after. So it's like
They're
a
in a round?
skeletal chorus of "Row, row, row your row, 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 row," and it gets really old, really fast.
So it's
Who's
like
up
It's
next?
a quartet.
They're not singing them bones, them bones.
No, these aren't very hip skeletons.
Nessalus. Nessalus
All right.
is going to... Can she tell whether or not this dude in the hood is undead?
Yes, I have yelled out. They're all undead.
But no, you have no idea.
What?
Go ahead.
So...
It is indeed
Sorry, I had a potty break.
advertised as undead.
Um,
It has
I
a
would-
sign flashing over its head right now.
awakened mind again, I would tell him,
Okay.
leave my friends alone and back off, you big oaf.
And don't hit Truk.
Don't hit Truk, he's my favorite.
All right. So let's do this thing again with
Poor little monk
the
doesn't know what to do.
use your. I believe we did charisma before,
Correct.
and I did a wisdom roll before. I think I'm going to win this time. Let's see what you end up with, because I got me a 20.
Yeah, you win.
All right. So it's not shaking this
So I
time.
was 14 plus 3, 17.
Yeah. So it does not heed your warning this time.
Eldritch Blast.
It might heed that.
Yeah, it does. Because it's my bitch.
And it probably is.
19.
Overall, as far as all things here, this one is most likely to be your bitch. What's the damage you did? Because 19 definitely hits.
That's 4 damage.
4 damage.
Can I use this hero dice as a second attack?
No.
No.
Unfortunately, you may not.
I can ask.
You drop something and I don't see it.
I lost.
Felt like it was somewhere on this side
It
of the
is
table.
lost to the ether.
What was it?
We'll find it later.
Who
As
is
a
up
D10.
after a Nessalus?
Top of the order.
Which is
Havok.
Havok, I believe. Yes. Havok.
Havok. He will use his bardic inspiration to
Okay.
inspire the Calamity and inspire him. You can do it, Calamity. We need you. And then
And just being nice to you, he would make me sing. He would make me sing the song that inspired him.
yes, okay. Well, I'll sing such a song. Of course, he doesn't really like to sing. He just likes to talk.
We
He's a big
sing
talker.
the
Havok is.
songs.
So he will shoot this bad guy with the vicious mockery.
By no dissonant whistles.
Huh? Oh, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Right now, I'm
Huh.
trying to give disadvantage. I don't want to keep smashing on people. Okay, distant whispers. I mean, not distant whispers. Vicious mockery
Okay.
on the bad guy. So he makes a wisdom save.
I roll a 12 plus 1 is 13.
And I roll a 12 plus 2 is 14.
All right. So give me a number for damage
Damage,
on your
psychic.
mockery.
Psychic ability, 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay.
And any attack he makes is at disadvantage until the end of
All
next turn.
As that happens, as your vicious mockery occurs upon the stranger, and it reels back momentarily in pain, it says, "Minions, Destroy him. No. And it points a robed arm at the bard.
No. So they...
Who's up after Havok?
Yeah, who's up after Havok?
Aleyna.
Aleyna. What you got? Gotta
Death saving throw.
There.
Oh,
All right.
seriously.
Again.
Yeah, what you got?
What you want?
What you
want?
Got the funny with
the money
that
you 19. bought.
She succeeds.
Would a 20 have been too?
A 20 would have been an automatic. Do everything.
Stabilize.
Go to 1 hit point.
Yeah. 20 gives you awesomeness.
Where'd you get
At 20, it's like you're a weeble. Yes.
Weebles swallow, but they don't
Exactly.
fall down.
Who's up after Aleyna?
Jerk.
Truk.
Fire it up, baby.
Chook.
All right.
Chook.
Fire it up.
Can you give me a very quick summary of where we're at?
We have been playing a game called Dungeons.
No, I know, but just strategically.
Yes.
down.
The battlefield itself is centered around everyone except Nessalus, and in this mass of people, in about a 15-foot radius, is the 4 party members aside from Nessalus, 6 skeletons, and the mysterious stranger. Aleyna had the stranger in a headlock. The stranger flailed its longsword around, knocked her down to the ground. She has just successfully made 1 death saving throw. Havok has insulted the stranger. The stranger has commanded its minions now to converge upon Havok, and it is your turn.
All right. So if I want to strike the hooded stranger with my bow staff, and then use my extra martial arts attack on the nearest skeleton, are they close enough for me to get?
Yes, as long as your move does not say it has to be the same target.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, then go for it.
All right. So I'm going to try to hit the hooded stranger.
Yeah.
20 on the die, +1, +4, 25.
Hey, that's a critical hit, isn't it?
It is a critical hit.
All right, go for it.
That's with the bow staff, which is a 1d6 times 2 + 4. So
sounds suspiciously like
3,
algebra.
4 is 7 + 4 is 11 on that.
Okay.
And then
Go ahead.
Bludgeoning.
I already called that the second attack will be that's bludgeoning, and I called that the second attack would be unarmed on the nearest skeleton, which is a it's a hit. Let's see, it's a 22.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me.
D6.
This is just to see which skeleton was closest to you.
1.
Okay, convenient. That's the one that's already been hit by.
And the damage on that unarmed strike is going to be 6.
6 damage. All right. So what happens is you hit with your bow staff. You hit the white. The white. There you go. It's a white. Hi guys. Anyway, and the thing is, you kill it at this point. You defeat it.
Dude, I am.
As this bow
wrecking
staff
havoc.
hits and you
Bruce
do your
Leroy.
extra, it's a kick, like a back kick or something.
No, this one was a bow strike and then a turnaround and then another back fist to the
Okay,
skeleton.
so that back fist knocks the skull off of the skeleton that Calamity had already weakened, defeating that skeleton as well. As the mysterious stranger falls to the ground, it says, my hooded scaled master will be avenged. And the skeletons converge upon Havok. Who's up Who's up after Truk?
Brains.
Oh, the mysterious stranger.
Brains.
Who's up after that?
Calamte.
All right.
Calamte. I will attack the injured skeleton.
That one's the one that he just knocked the head off of.
Okay. I
So
will
just make
attack-
sure they don't mess up his clothes.
He deskullitated it.
I will attack
Skeletons.
the next one in line.
All right. Yeah,
And
5
I will
left.
use power attack. Because why not?
And what you got?
Let's see.
I hear
That's
dice.
12.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the 12. I'm going to do 14.
A 14 will hit.
All right.
Hey, give me a damage number.
12, 22.
22. What does it look like when you completely shatter a skeleton?
I'm going to say that rather than using the slashing part, I turned
Yeah.
it flat and just hammered them into the ground.
All right, so several of its ribs and stuff are now sticking up
Yeah.
out of the ground, and there are bits of it around it.
And so I actually killed it,
Yes.
which means I get to use the other action of my feet. On
Okay.
your turn, when you score a critical hit or you reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you may make a melee weapon attack as a bonus action. So I will.
Alright.
Is that like cleave?
Yep.
That's cool.
I will cleave into the next one.
Outstanding. What you got with that? Ah!
That is 18, 23, minus 5, 18.
18 will hit. Skeleton number 3.
That would be 20 damage.
20 damage. That one will also suffer the same fate as the last.
Nice.
But unfortunately, that's my bonus action. I don't get to keep going.
Okay. Who's up after Calamite?
Skeletons.
All right. Skeletons have now decided to converge upon Havok.
Don't mess with the shirt.
It's too late.
Darn.
Let's see. That's an 18 on the die. I'm pretty sure that's going to hit, but I lost my page for El Skeletanos.
Yes.
I have a plus 4.
18 does hit.
Yep. So 22 hits. The second one, that is a 19.
Hit.
And the third one is 21.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Down
my
goes Havok.
goodness.
Again.
I have
Legs going down.
8 plus
Going down. Yes, he does.
7. Well, hold on. 8 damage first.
Wait, how many times have you been down?
But so does
This is
Aleyna,
first.
really.
No, this is the second time.
All right, so 8 damage.
I
All right.
liked it first then.
Does that put him down again?
After the first hit, taking
Yeah.
8 puts him down.
Okay.
A
And
negative
then
6.
7 damage.
Yep. Keeps him
Negative
further
13.
down.
And then 8 more.
That's
Good
negative
Lord.
20 hit points.
That's
You killed Havok.
Gone.
oh no.
No.
So
Skeletons.
the skeletons ignore what else is going on the battlefield and continue to plunge their short swords into the corpse of the bard.
No.
Who's up
I
next?
tell you, they didn't like his clothes, man. It's horrible.
That's me. Eldritch Blast.
Can he be resurrected or is he done?
Who's the cleric?
Is he Marvel dead or is he dead?
Well, I guess in terms of the podcast, he would be Marvel dead because Kevin's still alive. Technically.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, you got 3 skeletons left.
Whichever one's closest to me.
Yep.
Yeah, there's 16 on the dice. That's before my die
16
4.
will hit, yes.
Now look at that. Max on the die 4.
What you got with damage?
1 point of damage.
1 damage.
Wah,
One.
wah, wah.
I think you single-handedly did the most damage to the mysterious stranger and the least damage to the skeletons.
Well, I was targeting the
I
mysterious
see.
stranger.
I see that. Who's up after that? Who's up after Nessie?
Havok.
Havok.
Havok is
All
not
right.
too
Who's
well.
up after Havok?
Havok twitches.
Aleyna.
He's twitching due to the short sword stabbing into his spinal column.
That's what he's doing. He's twitching.
It's involuntary muscle twitching. Aleyna, you're holding up a finger. What does
Yeah.
that mean?
That means my saving throw. I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
That's
Yeah.
2 failures.
Do you have any hero points?
Yes, she does.
Yes, he
On a
does.
failed saving throw, if you use a hero point, it's automatically a success.
Even if it's a 1.
Even if it's a 1. Well, it doesn't say even if it's a 1. It just flat out says
Says-
if you fail
Okay.
a death saving throw, you can use a hero point to make it a success.
You see, that 1 would have been really helpful in addition to the 19 I rolled last time, but who's
You
next?
can't put them together. Yeah, sorry.
Truk, my hero.
Truk.
There
Before
are
he
3
starts his-
skeletons
Truk
left
versus skeletons.
who are
Before he starts his
still,
action, he
they are
knows.
not at all letting up their
If he
assault
fails this, I'm
onto
blaming
the
you.
You're so
mangled,
handsome.
From my
multi-portioned
corpse.
corpse
Yeah.
of Havok.
All I can do is try to do bludgeoning damage with my bow staff.
Go for it.
9, 13, 4, 17.
That hits.
17 hits. Excellent.
17 hits.
So the bow staff will be 1d6 plus 4. It will be 6 damage.
6 damage. All right.
Bludgeoning. And then I get a bonus attack on
Go
arm,
ahead. Yeah.
which I'll have to roll.
So that first attack did not defeat the
All
skeleton.
right, same skeleton.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Hits easily. 23,
Yep.
4.
That definitely hits.
Rolls a
D4.
d4 plus 4. 9.
9 damage. That will defeat that skeleton.
Remember,
When
okay,
you-
wait.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there.
Yep.
He rolled a D4 and did 9 damage with plus 4.
That's not. Oh, hold on.
Wait, how?
Wait, did I
It
roll?
was still enough to kill it, but
Oh, wait, did I roll a d6?
Yes, you did.
I rolled a d6. Sorry. Hang on. I rolled a 4 plus 4, 8.
7 plus 8 is still more than 13. It's dead. What does it look like when you math
Sorry, I was
correctly
doing both
with the
stats.
correct die?
There's been some beer.
Because beer, skeleton dead.
I mean, we just got to keep hitting him until he dies.
All right, and there are 2 skeletons left, which you guys are able to mop up relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And at the end of this battle, unfortunately, the mutilated and destroyed corpse. However, it's nicely colored.
I was about to say, come
Right?
on now. This is
Yeah, but
cutest
Although at
looking
this
corpse
point, I
you've
think
ever
it is
seen.
actually a red shirt.
Yeah.
Most attractive corpse you've ever seen.
And now it's a deep crimson shirt,
That's right.
along with the what was it, lavender
That's right.
And
Lavender.
baby blue.
Baby
Yes.
blue.
and
Baby
blue.
blue, man.
Yes,
Yes.
that corpse of Havok is laying on the ground, and it looks like it is unrecoverable.
Loot the body.
Havok would do that for you guys.
Had to be
Episode
said.
3 title, Loot the Body.
Loot the body.
Well, before...
Nice.
So, the field is clear.
Yes, we are out of initiative.
So, we mourn the body of Havok. We talk about our next plan. And in conclusion, I tell my new friends, y'all, it's a long story, but there's something that I have to tell you about.
Can I get
all
up yet?
ears.
Yeah, at the end
Oh, yeah,
of
we need
that,
to heal you.
Aleyna would be able to,
Yeah,
after
I
a few
can
minutes.
lay on hands.
Yes.
I give her
Okay.
a special touch.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Truk, apparently, is leading us in a new direction.
Done it.
Dunno.
I know of the hooded, scaly
Dunno.
skinned
Dunno.
stranger.
Dunno.
Dun, dun, dun.
Duh.
That's a very vague name. A hooded, scaly friend stranger.
I know of him or her.
Or it.
Or it.
That
Or both.
thing. And that's going to wrap us up for this session as we come to the conclusion of our first adventure with our level 1 characters. A special thanks to our special red shirt guest, Kevin, for playing Havok the Bard,
Thank you.
bringing our characters into this first adventure.
What is it with bards bringing us into adventures?
He picked the Bard. I didn't.
That's true.
But it is a good coincidence. I like it. And so we have finished our first adventure at level 1. We will return at a higher level. We'll see which level number that is as we get ready for our second adventure in Alamand, our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. But for now, we're going to wrap it up, and everyone's going to say...
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Penis.
Thanks again to special redshirt guest Kevin for helping us kick off this campaign. We learned some new information at the end of this first adventure, and it sounds like Truk will be leading us in a new direction. Thanks for joining us. The preceding podcast was brought to you by Shedcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.